Hello and welcome to how to build a Flash website, the basic requirements. In this video, we are going to learn about a simple action script 3 that we are going to use in order for us to have interactivity for our Flash website. Now we will be using action script 3. So to create a new file, you click this one. For you to access the actions window or the action frame, we go to window and then actions with F9 as the shortcut key. So this is your action script frame or actions frame. If you can remember, we made a drawing on the previous video where we have a circle and we made it move from left to right. It looks kind of like this, so let me just quickly make that one. Make it rotate, and when we test the movie, it keeps on coming back to its original state over and over again. But what if we want it to stop at the end of the animation? We're going to need an action script for that. For best practice, we always place our actions on a separate layer so that it will be easy for us to find the action script layer, and I'll be naming this layer AS3. On the final frame of the AS3 layer, we insert a keyframe there, and then we open up the actions frame and type here stop. What this does is when the playhead hits this frame, it will just stop the movie or the animation. Okay, so let's try to test it out. See, it stopped. No more movement. Okay, now how about if we try that from this point, instead of stopping, our animation returns somewhere over here on the 18th frame. So let's insert a keyframe here just for us to identify where we want it to go back. Now let's just delete this one and type go to and play. Remember that our action script is case sensitive, meaning we must type it according to the same case as I am doing here. So let's just insert here the frame number where we want it to go back. So this is go to, and then it will go back to the 18th frame and place the playhead. Let's try and test it. Okay, so that point there is actually the 18th frame. Now, how about if we want our animation or movie to stop at that 18th frame? So let's just change here play into stop. Go to and stop. Okay, always remember it's case sensitive. So let's try to test this movie. See, it stopped at the 18th frame. The go to and play and go to and stop scripts, it's not just limited to going to this frame number. It is also applicable if you want your playhead to go to another scene. So let's say, for example, we'll create a new scene. So we click this one over here. We have a new scene. The stage is clear. Okay? And then in this scene, for us to identify, let's just insert a text and say it's scene 2. Then let's go back to scene 1. Okay, when the playhead reaches the last frame of our animation, instead of going somewhere or stopping, we will try to tell it to go to the next scene. Now, to do that, we type the frame number of the scene that we want it to go. That scene 2 only has one frame, so that means let's just type here 1, and then the scene name is scene 2. Don't forget to put them in double quotes. We can also rename this one, for example, as 2, and then let's just change this one to TWO. And then let's try to test the movie. Don't forget the semicolon. Okay, now, see, after the animation is played, it moved directly to scene 2. Nice. Now we proceed to dynamic text action scripts. Let me just change this one to stop so that we won't have to go to the next scene. And then I'll just add a new layer and name it text. By the way, you can also drag and drop the layers like so that I can always see the AST or the action script layer on top. On the previous video, you have known that there are 3 types of text, and the one that you can use with action script are dynamic text. Let's insert a text that is a dynamic text. Let me just type here dynamic. And then this dynamic text requires instance name. So let's just name this one D text. Okay, let's test the movie. So now that we have the name D text, we are going to use that on our action script, and this is how. Make sure that you select the frame where you have your actions. We will not remove the stop here. Instead, we are going to just add a new line. Let me write here the instance name dot text, meaning the textual content of D text. Let's just write here new content. What this does is our default text, which is the dynamic text will be replaced with the new content when it reaches to the last frame. Okay, see? Nice. So that's it for simple action scripts, which will be very useful when we are going to make our Flash website. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.